This is Surah 4, verse 34. This is very well-known, famous surah. This is a surah teaching violence against women. In the beginning of the surah is saying clearly that men are the protectors and maintainers of women, because Allah has given one more strength than the other. So why they are maintainers? Because they are more strong. And what else? And because they support them with their means. Therefore, the women, they should be devoted to men. So because you are strong with missiles, because you spend money on them, women, they have to obey you. So it's not about family really. It's not about respect really. It's not about establishing a good relationship between a male and a female to have a good partner life. No, it is about you are stronger, they are weaker. You spend money on them, they don't have the money, they need you. And as long you are the one who spend money on them, you control them. As long you are the one who have the missiles, you control them. And what else? And he's saying, and if those women, or any of those women, you suspect, look at this, as to those women who is part of you fear, disloyalty. So if you just disloyalty, fear, it's not proven yet that they are disloyalty. Just you fear they are going to be in disloyalty. But you know, disloyalty, it's not about dishonor, you know, it's not about doing adultery, it's not about committing fear, you know, no, it's a fear. No, this is about, like, if your wife, maybe you told her give me some water and she's like, okay, this is, you fear their disloyalty, like you see a sign of disloyalty. So what you do, and ill conduct, and like if your wife, she refused to sleep with you in the bed, what you can do? This is the solution. First, admonish them. That's number one, first. Then refuse to share the bed with them. I have nothing wrong with admonish them, like talk to them and tell them that this is wrong. Now second is refuse to share bed with them. Now somebody will say this is a man, he is suffering because he is not sleeping with the women. The fact, no. The Muslim man, he have 4 wives, you know, like when you have 5 tires, 1 spare in the car, you don't care really about the spare. You just down, you know, you have 1 in the trunk. You don't need that one. But when you have a flat tire, you will remember that one. But maybe for a year or 2, you don't need it. So those women, she can be a spare woman. There is no need for her. There's a lot of women to sleep with. You can have sex, you have your normal life. But the women, she will be suffer because she cannot go and have sex with someone else. So when the husband, he have 3 other women to enjoy them. And this is a bad punishment. Will cause later adultery, maybe, because if the man stops sleeping with his wife, you know, and God knows for how long, he can stop sleeping with her forever, as Muhammad, he did with Sauda, because she became ugly and old. He stopped sleeping with her, and even the lady, she gave up her day to Aisha because she heard Muhammad is going to divorce her. But this is not our topic now. We will go back in here. So and you refuse to share the bed with them as second. Now the last, beat them. And look at the translation. They are saying beat them lightly. You see the word lightly in the translation? Now guys, this is the Arabic Quran in front of me. I challenge any Muslim to show me where it says lightly. وَاللَّاتِ تَخَافُونَ نُشُوزَهُنَّ فَعُذُوهُنَّ وَهْجُرُوهُنَّ فِي الْمَضَاجِعِ وَاضْرُبُوهُنَّ. There is no lightly. There is no there is no description for how you beat them at all. So from where they got in the translation lightly? This is what the Muslims always do, because they knew this will look so ugly if they make it just as it is, beat them. Well, you know, so they can lie to you, say no, he will just like put his hand in his shoulder, saying no, this is bad. This is not true. The word beat in Arabic, it's mean beat with missiles, with strength. You do harm. You know, we can go and see the explanation of this beating to see if really it's something bad or no. But before we go there, you will see some Muslims might say to you, this is a case of adultery. This is not true. In Islam, if a woman do adultery, she will be stoned to death if she is a married woman. And from here you will see the answer. It says, and if they obey you, but if they return to obedience, seek not against them means. So don't be mean against them anymore if they are obedience. So the whole idea, the whole punishment is about being obedience or not. Not about adultery, not about all of those things we hear from Muslims. This is a lie. Now let us go to the explanation. We have Ibn Kathir, we have whatever Muslims want. And this is all exists in their website. I want to thank the Muslims for making those websites to help me to expose Islam. In here, this is what the story, why the surah came down. A woman, she came to the Prophet. Hassan al-Basri, he said, a woman, she came to the Prophet asking, complaining that her husband, he latamaha, which means he slammed her face. He slammed her face, he boxed her. Actually, latama, it's a very strong hit. So when Muslims say to you, it's a miswak, you beat her with a short stick, this is latamaha in her face. In her face. Now, then she is asking for justice. So Muhammad, he said justice. But right away, the surah came down to Muhammad. فأنزل الله على عز وجل الرجال قوامون على النساء. Right away, Allah, he said, listen, women, they are under the control of men. Women, they are under the charge of men. الرجال قوامون على النساء. The men, they are controllers and maintainers of women. That's it. So she came back without punishment for her husband. Look at it. This is Ibn Kathir. فرجعت بغير قصاص. So Muhammad, he did not punish him for beating his wife in her face by using boxing. And as you see, if the Quran or if Allah don't approve beating the women in her face and slamming her in face and using boxing violence against women badly, harshly, Muhammad, he should punish him. But look what Ibn Kathir is saying. فَرَجِعَتْ بِغَيْرِ الْقَصَاصِ. So she came back without a punishment for her husband. So when Muslims do say to you that we are not allowed to do that, they are lying to you. It's very clear, and this is Ibn Kathir. This is not my book. Actually, it's full of a story. Full of stories about beating your wives, and you will see that Allah, he sent that surah to protect the men from the complaint of women if they are getting beating. So if you beat your wife, after this verse, the man, he will get something as a proof in his hand. He will listen to her. He will say to her, listen, you stupid, ignorant my wife, Allah, he said I can beat you. Shut up and don't open your mouth anymore. So this is another way of abuse and control to the women by man. And this is why, I believe strongly that Islam made by man for the man.